Hi, this is Maria. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to be learning how to put the new stamp sets together. So we're not making a card today, it's just an instructional video on when you purchase stamps. These are red rubber. They come like this. So you have the stickers in one sheet and the stamps on the other. And it's kind of hard to tell from the rubber what it is when you're looking down through your block, right? So we're going to put stickers on the back of these. I'm going to show you how to do it. Before we get started, please remember, like, share, subscribe. Go to mariascraftroom.com so you can get updates and links to all the other cards that I make and all the other tips. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this is a new stamp set I just got beside me, cling stamp set. So these will cling onto a block when you're using them. But when they're new, you have to put the stickers on the back. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to use a large block just as an assist, and a take your pick tool just because it's got a pokey on it. If you don't have one of these, just use your fingernails, it'll work just fine. So I like to just pull these apart. We're just going to pull them all off of here. And then we're going to do all the stickering, and well, I'll show you how I store them in here as well. Just takes a few minutes. It's not hard to do. But I had to watch videos when I first started on how to do this because, you know, you gotta learn somehow. Okay. So there's my cutouts. Now you can toss this. I like to keep it and put it with the white down so that when these are sticky, they will be face down and you can see. Here, let me show you when it's already done. I like to put them with the sticky down and the red up so that you can see on the back here. I can read these and see what these are. Okay, so on the inside it looks like this, and when you put them down they stick, right? They stick to the plastic and they don't fall out, and on the back you can read them without having to open the case. Obviously you can look right here as well, but you've got actual size. So you do whatever you like. That's what I like to do. Alright, so I'm going to put the red side up because that's how I like to work, and we're going to get these labeled. So this is a dad with the kid on a bike, so that is this sticker here. Now these are perforated across the edges and they're split in half. You'll see that here more clearly in a minute. So identify the stamp, identify the sticker, and then peel the backing off the stamp. I like to start with the stamp first. That is super sticky. And then I'm going to find where the break is. These are always split in half, either up and down or left and right. This one is up and down. I'm going to take the right side as I'm looking at it here, which will put it on the left when I flip it over, because these are the mirror images, of course. If you don't have a tool, don't worry about it. Just use your nail. And do you see how I split half? You see that? Okay. That's just to make it easier to line up. So now let's go a little bit closer. We're just going to line this up. Now this is also really, really sticky. That's why they do this where they split it in half for you. You're just going to line up across the top and lay it down gently, because once it's down, you're not picking that baby up. If you do pick it up, you'll pick up some of this foam with it, and it won't stick back down. So just take your time with it, peel off the rest, and lay it down gently. You can use a tool to spread it out. I like to use a block and just give it a squish, and that's on there really, really well. Okay, so now see here, it's not lined up perfectly. If that bothers you, take a little scissor and cut right up close to the edge there. It's not going to hurt anything, but if it bothers you, just snip it off. Okay, now once it's like this, I'm going to find its spot over here it will stick to the plastic, and when I close it, I will be able to see that stamp on the back. So that's how I like to do it. All right, let's go ahead and do the rest of these. This is a dad, this is a Father's Day kind of card, dad's card. This is the kid with the dad. So let's expose the stamp, and then we'll expose this half. This one is half and half up and down. I'm going to take the top part, just bend it a little bit so you can get an edge. If you don't have a take your pick tool, just use your fingernails. Okay, and we're going to line this up. Try not to let anything touch until I'm ready, and then you lay it down. I'm going to try not to edit here. Like, I was thinking of fast forwarding, but I want you to see how long it actually takes to do the whole stamp set. So we're just going to let the video roll. If you would like, you can always fast forward. That is perfectly fine. Find its spot and stick it down. Some people do this the other way up. Yeah, it's all the same. I'm going to try to do all the big ones first. These are fishing. Let's see, fishing, that would be this one. And I'm going to take the half. And then we'll take the rest of it. Line it up. It goes pretty easy once you get going. I'm going to lay one little corner down here and get the rest down. And you'll find your own way of doing things, as with everything with crafting. What works for me may not work for you. But this I found works pretty well. If you don't have a ginormous block, use a little block. It's not going to hurt anything, and just go in sections and get everything down. That's fine. Just use what you have. We'll put this one down here in its spot. Some people choose not to keep this outline at all. I like to keep mine in the outline. Which one is this? So you can just go by shape too. You don't have to read it. They're hard to read when they're upside down. Let's see, that's this shape right here. You can barely see the outline there, but it's there. Okay, so I don't even know what that says. We will find out in a minute. That is the right outline. Grateful for you all year long. I'm grabbing the edges here and laying it down. There we go. I love the stamp set because it doesn't have to be just for Father's Day. So that one is a little bit off. I could take a scissors and cut this little piece off. Let's see if I can get this to autofocus. Come on, focus. Sometimes the focus doesn't like to play. Right here. You can just snip that off if you would like. I'm not going to bother with it. But if it was really off, I would take the time to do that. Now, if you get the photopolymer stamps, you don't have to do this because you can see right through the stamp. This one has a lot of wording. Let's see, which one is it? It's got a little hump right here, so that's going to be this one. You've always been there for me. How do you put your stamps together? Why don't you leave me some comments and tell me what it is that you do. I find it fascinating that we're all doing the same things, but we get such different results. We're all making cards with the same stamps, and they look so different. Everyone is making their own unique stuff. All right, this one is Celebrating You Today. I also find this kind of stuff very relaxing because you don't really have to think about anything. You're just matching. Just a nice little game of matching. Celebrating You Today. Let's see. Not so pretty. I love that stamp set. We're gonna get a lot of use out of that, I think. Very nice. Thank you, Dad. I really went off the edge there. Alright, so let's go ahead and fix that one because it went a little bit too far off. I have some, these are kid scissors, and these are only for glue. So anytime I have something like this to cut that is sticky, I don't use my good scissors with that. I mean literally I got these at Walmart from the little kid art section. Just take off that little bit. And now it's just fine. Thank you, Dad. Find its little home and put it in its home. And it looks just fine. Okay, this one says, I can't read it. And you still are beside me all the way. Cool. So many different ways to use these things. Oh, I got this one backwards. That's okay. Let's see. And you still are. Okay, so that's that end. And is on this side, right? So I'm going by shape. If you can't tell, like me, I'm dyslexic, so it's very hard for me to tell which side is up and which side is down when they're upside down like this. This word says R, and it matches the R there. Yeah, I'm dyslexic, so I see things a little backwards sometimes. So you just do what you can to make sure that you're putting things right side up. And you still are, and are. Just making sure. You've always been there for me, and you still are. Very nice. Beautiful sentiments. So that one is going to be Beside Me All the Way. And you would do all the stamp sets that are red rubber, you're going to do the same way. Some people prefer the photopolymers because there's no fuss. You bring them out and you use them and you can see right through them through the block. But I find the red rubber actually gives you a better impression, a better stamp. So, yeah, it is what it is. Some people have better luck with one stamp or another. When I first started crafting years ago, I wouldn't buy anything other than the clear stamps, the photopolymer. But over time, my opinion has changed. Just as I've used the red rubber more, you see the value of having different types of stamps in your stash. And this is the last one. Happy Father's Day. That didn't take very long. Alright, now let's see the whole thing. There we have it. Beautiful. Celebrating you today, grateful for you all year long. Beside me all the way. You've always been there for me and you still are. Thank you, Dad, and happy Father's Day. Beautiful stamps. Very easy to put together. Nice little relaxing afternoon task. I hope you like my videos. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you're notified when I post a new video. Thanks for watching.